The first reactions to the newest installment in director Damien Leone's blood-soaked low-budget slasher comedy franchise are in. But is Terrifier 3 good enough to get fans into the gory Christmas spirit in October? If you're already into the Terrifier franchise, the answer based on early reviews is almost certainly yes.
Who's this Santa? He's scaring my kid.
The film made its Fantastic Fest debut on Thursday, and audiences are already describing it as the most sickening, creatively evil installment in the franchise so far. There's no word on whether anyone passed out or threw up at the screening the way plenty of people reportedly did while seeing Terrifier 2. But then again, fans of the famed genre festival tend to have strong stomachs. SlashFilm's own Jacob Hall calls the sequel, quote, one of the nastiest horror movies ever made in his positive review, with the caveat that it's literally impossible to recommend a horror movie so nasty and nightmarish that it's bound to be an endurance test for even genre buffs with the most hardened nerves and strong stomachs. Terrifier 3 looks like it could shape up to be a hit of hyperbolic proportions, just like its predecessors. Critic James Preston Poole posted to X, "Terrifier 3 is truly evil, and I mean that in the best possible way." Filmmaker and columnist Ryan Rank opined on X that we might not be off the hook vomit-wise, writing, "The gore tops the previous entries, and art is more malicious than ever. Some gag-worthy kills." Unsurprisingly for a splatter film franchise, plenty of the reactions focus on the movie's gore and more transgressive aspects. Journalist and Lionsgate digital coordinator Noah Levine wrote on X, "Terrifier 3 goes there and then goes 54 steps further. An absolute splatterfest of unseen proportions." Meanwhile, Jermaine Mercier perfectly summed up the feelings some fans have watching the movies, posting, "Terrifier 3 was, without question, the most disgusting, gory, vile thing I've ever seen. I kind of enjoyed it." While the Terrifier movies are more often measured by the quantity of their on-screen entrails than their filmmaking, it sounds like the runaway success of the second film has led to a style upgrade for the latest, comparatively higher-budget installment. Paul goes on to praise the film's truly sickening practical effects, and on his X account, critic Chris Parker singles out both the effects and the moody, dark aesthetic. The film's cast also got some love, with particular focus on the return of Terrifier 2 final girl, Lauren Lavera. Over on X, writer Alex Papayoannou noted that Lavera has an old-timer final girl sequence, and David Howard Thornton absolutely rocks as Art the Clown once again. Paul actually declares that Lavera is the final girl. The franchise's weak points remain the same as ever. A few critics note that its mythology and narrative elements aren't as strong as the rest of the movie, with critic Matt Donato posting to Blue Sky that, as with Terrifier 2, the film is dragged out, and scattershot storytelling is an issue. As a Christmas horror expert, Donato notes that art makes a mess of biblical imagery and holiday cheer in both good and meh ways. Others were more impressed with the lore. YouTuber Cody Leach wrote on X, "Terrifier 3 nicely blends the tone of the previous two while pushing the lore and characters forward in interesting ways." And Paul noted that the franchise mythology is becoming more intricate. Looper critic Matthew Jackson was especially effusive about the film, posting, "Terrifier 3 is my favorite of the series so far, a showcase of gore and a maturation of Leone's ability to shift from impish to emotional in an instant, harrowing and hilarious at the same time."
Looking forward to the best Christmas ever, filled with fun, smiles, and laughter.
Most of the Terrifier 3 reactions to date include the disclaimer that existing fans of the franchise will enjoy the movie, so it seems likely that if you were lukewarm on Terrifiers 1 and 2, you might feel the same about this film. If you do like the previous movies though, brace yourself for a singularly disgusting and entertaining movie-going experience. Terrifier 3 premieres in theaters October 11th, 2024.